Ancient Astrology in Theory and Practice, a Manual of Traditional Techniques, Volumes 1 and 2 by Demetra George. This is a work that is really rocking the world of astrology at the moment. The second volume was just published last month. And oh my goodness, what an amazing piece of work this is. Demetra is a specialist of the astrology of the ancient world, of the the ancient Babylonian astrology, and then of course the ancient Greek astrology, Egyptian, Arab, and so on and so forth, and she opens up the book by suggesting a few paradigm shifts that the modern astrologer is going to likely need to make before attempting to learn how the ancient civilizations used to perform astrology. Let me just give you a little idea of the table of contents of both books. What I particularly liked about these was the exercises at the end of every chapter. The books are really well laid out in a way that makes learning natural, very, very easy. It does assume that you know the basics, the very basics of astrology, although, every term is explained. I've learnt such a lot. I know so little about astrology. I have had to learn a little bit to be able to start reading this, but honestly, it was very, very little that I had to learn. Like, I had to learn what a house was, what the various houses were. And that was it, basically. I already knew what the zodiacal signs were, and that was it. And if you kind of know that, then you know enough to actually get started, because the author here, Demetra George, really lays everything out in. Sorry, I skipped a page there. In very easy to follow ways, right? So you do have to completely understand and digest the early chapters in order to be able to access the later ones, but that's explained at the beginning. It's not expected that you would guess this. It is a set of books, a couple of books, which are expected to be read in a linear way, right? Can you see how much material there is here? We're already on page 180 odd here. So much material. And this is just part one, right? This is just book one. Book two goes a lot more into a lot more depth about the, precisely about the houses, actually. There we go. And and just to give you an idea, you go through the chapter, and then there's the exercise, very often to be done on your own chart, but then there are a couple of charts of famous people given at the end that you can work with as well. It really is a workbook. It's the book is designed to teach you, which is so rare to see it done well, and it's done so well. She's done a fantastic job. She is a professional teacher, and it shows. It shows. This is a proper curriculum, There we go. Moving straight on. Okay, so you can see that the second book actually starts on the page that the first book ends at. I think, honestly, I think that showing you these tables of contents is probably the most useful thing that I can do for you at this point. The books are well constructed. You know, it's just perfect bound. I've had no problem with any cracking at all. As you can see, the books have kept their integrity really well. The binding is supple and solid. Yeah. There we go. Of course, you'll want to pause so that you can read properly. Let me just maybe give you an idea of this. Okay, we're already in the second book here. Okay, so a lot of these stranger terms are already described. Maybe if I show you the style at the beginning of the first book, it can give you a better idea. Maybe not quite the introduction, but lesson 1. Yeah, let's go with. All right, let me show you the style here at the beginning of chapter 2. So you can see that it's quite understandable, quite easily readable. It doesn't take you for an idiot, but nevertheless, it's it also doesn't assume that you already know the material that's being taught, which happens so often, you know. Lots and lots of great diagrams for illustrating the points being made. There we are. That's it, folks. That's going to be my overview for you. I think that if you're interested in astrology at all, you're going to find this fascinating. And if you are interested in learning about ancient astrology, there's not going to be anything that's ever going to come to the standards of this, certainly not in our lifetime. I can probably guarantee that. Demetra George has spent her entire life learning about all of this, and this really is going to be the pinnacle of this particular topic, and it's displayed in such an approachable way. We're incredibly lucky to have this. Incredibly lucky. There we go. Thanks ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you found it useful in any way, and to subscribe down below if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye bye.